At News on 6, we want to seriously save you some big-time money. And Craig, you are working really hard to find ways to help families help save.
Yeah, I really hope it's going to do a lot of good, and I'm going to continue to bring you those kinds of stories to help your family. I recently went to Nashville to talk with financial expert and radio host and author and you name it, Dave Ramsey, and his daughter, who's also an expert on personal finance. She told me no matter how old your children are, it's never too late to teach them money skills. When Brett and Tiffany Gunther got married, getting on the same page about finances was a high priority.
It allowed us to walk into the marriage with the same concept of what money is, what it means, and how we can communicate best about it.
The couple wants to teach those lessons to their children, 2-year-old Crosby, 3.5-year-old Emery, and Brett's 16-year-old daughter, Rachel.
Now she's at an age where she really does understand what money is.
Rachel works a few days each week in an elementary after-school program, just enough to still focus on school, but make extra money.
I save most of my paychecks that I get.
The little ones are still young, but it's never too early to form good money habits.
I want for this one. I want for this one.
Good. And for mom and dad to look for teachable moments.
Our daughter, if she says, I want this or I want that, I do try to at least say, you know, we're not going to do that now, maybe next time.
It's exactly the thing national radio host and financial expert Dave Ramsey,
good job, you guys. I love it.
Says parents should do.
Most things with kids, if you start it early, then it's a lot easier when they're older.
Ramsey taught the same skills to his daughter, Rachel Cruz. The two have co-authored a book called Smart Money, Smart Kids.
No one wants to talk about it, and parents are a little bit intimidated by the subject when it comes to teaching their kids.
In addition to the book, like her dad, Cruz is taking the message nationwide.
I get to give you the perspective of your kids, because I was that kid.
Focusing mostly on parents passing good money habits to children.
You're not going to teach your 5-year-old the same way your 15-year-old.
The Gunthers are off to a great start.
Here or here?
When their children get a little older, Cruz recommends giving them a few small, age-appropriate chores to earn extra money to put in their piggy bank.
This is not you're sitting down with them and having a mutual fund summit. Very, very, very basic things, maybe 2 or 3 things they do.
Like putting clothes or dishes away or picking up toys. And Cruz says to pay them instantly, making a big deal out of it so they can learn the connection that pay comes from work.
Money comes from work. Money doesn't come from mom and dad's back pockets.
For kids a few years older, Cruz and Ramsey recommend stepping up extra things they can do around the house to earn money.
When your kids, they earn their own money, they treat it differently.
Later, they say it's good to get teens a checking account with parents depositing the amount of money they'd normally spend on the child.
But throughout the month, they're in charge of their money. So if school fees come up, if they need gas for their car, clothes, whatever it is, they have this money in this checking account. And when the money's gone, it's gone.
Ramsey also encourages teenagers to get a job outside of the house.
You do a child a tremendous disservice, in a sense, a type of abuse and type of neglect, by not teaching them to work.
With her paychecks, Rachel Gunther is on the right track with goals for a car and more.
Extra money to go towards college, and then extra money just to spend here and there if that's what I want.
So you tell your money what to do.
Yeah, basically.
Dave Ramsey, show your first name.
It's the same lesson Ramsey teaches his radio listeners and in his Financial Peace University classes. To avoid debt, and money earned should go to 3 areas: giving, saving, and spending.
They're going to model what they see you doing more often than they are just learn something intellectually and shift dramatically away from the culture of the family.
While the Gunthers are on a slightly different plan than Ramsey's, it's very similar. Brett and Tiffany hope to raise kids who are smart about money, who can later use their money to make a difference in the lives of others who aren't as fortunate.
Help them to lead a much calmer life and a much more driven life, and that they are the ones that are in control, not the checkbook.
Ramsey and Cruz also say money problems are the #1 cause of divorce in America, so by teaching children good money skills early, it can help in that area later in life. And we have tons of great advice from Dave Ramsey and Rachel Cruz as a web extra. All you have to do is go to newson6.com.
It's pretty phenomenal. My husband and I actually signed up to take the class and had gone, and You really cut back, though. I mean, you have to be prepared to know and when to cut back.
It's all about telling your money where to go ahead of time.
Exactly.
We've talked to Dave Ramsey before, and I know they're getting ready to start it at your church.
Yes,
there are classes all over.
Yeah, I know churches offer that Financial Peace University, I think it's called, and a lot of other places. I have not done that myself. I wish I'd known all of that stuff
Yeah,
when my
it's
kids
good
were
to
coming
know.
up. But maybe my grandkids can benefit from it.
You know, and the interesting thing we were talking about is a lot of parents think, I can't teach my kids about money because I've screwed up in so many different areas. But they say, go ahead and start, even if you've made mistakes. Go ahead and start that, because the earlier the start, the better.
I try and do my checking book and balance my checking book in front of my kids all the time and pay the bills so they know that, hey, this is where it happens. I don't even know if that's the right thing, but they see it happen.
Good place to start.
Yeah.